All right, here we go. Today we're going to make a cart for my HVLP system from Fuji, the Semi-Pro 2. I'm breaking down a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood here with my Makita track saw, and I love this thing. But the one thing that you really need to make sure of, charge your batteries, because when they're dead, that doesn't help. So now that we got that out of the way, start breaking these down. Track saw is probably one of the first large purchases that you need to make if you're going into woodworking, because you can break a sheet down in a matter of minutes and you're ready to go. So here I'm marking out my layout for pocket holes. This is shop furniture, so it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be functional. This is awesome though. I've learned this over a couple of years that I've been doing this. Anytime that you're going to use your Forstner bit with a handheld drill, you want to ensure that you're going to go into your workpiece at 90 degrees. So the best way to do that is to make this guide for the Forstner bit that you're using. So here you see I'm taking into account the bottom shelf, and then I'm going to place the guide exactly where it is that I want it, and then clamp it down, and we'll drill through. Now, you'll see that I only drill halfway through. This is so that I don't blow out the bottom portion of the plywood side. But what you'll also see is that I drill through with a very small drill bit, just so that I know and have reference as to where I need to place my guide for the Forstner bit on the opposite side. From here, we'll drill the rest of the way through, and voila, no blowout. Also, I'm going to take my router, put a little 1/4 inch roundover on the sides so that we don't snag anything on there, and we'll test fit to make sure that the hose fits through. Here I'm using Woodpecker's box clamps to ensure that I have 90-degree angles, and then I can drill in the screws for my pocket holes. These are awesome to have as well. I will leave a link in the description down below for all of the items that I use throughout this build. Yeah, these things are just, they're the bee's knees. Here I am, you see me struggling getting the shelf in the right place. I could have used dados in the sides, but I chose not to because, again, it's shop furniture. It doesn't need to be that fancy. Plus, a couple of parallel clamps holds everything in place while I screw it in. And now it's time to add the 4x4. Well, just the wheels. You want a rolling cart, you have to have something that it rolls on. So we'll bust this out, and then we will repurpose a hose reel onto the side of the cart because everything needs to have its place. So the hose goes through the hole in the bottom. We attach it to the turbine on the bottom of the cart, and then reel the hose up onto the holder, and it's nice, it's up, it's out of the way, it's not going to get dragged through the floor of the shop where it's going to get caked in sawdust. Here I'm also repurposing the gun holder off of the top of the turbine onto the top of the cart, and now the gun has a place to sit. Here you go, little buddy. Welcome to your new home in your new parking spot. Thanks for watching.